on the 5th lane to potentially play a Master Course. Still can't find Damnation. He's in chump block mode, trying to preserve life.
Goes to 4.
Does manage to trade with his Vanquisher.
3. Oh.
Is that Bitter Blossom?
That is a Bitter Blossom.
And another Vanquisher. Alright, I'm not sure Master Course is going to get the job done.
No, he has to draw Wrath here.
No, Master Course not good enough. Damnation is nowhere to be found, and Shuhei Nakamura takes a 2-1 lead.
Traditionally, that would be the match, but we play 5 here on the
We do play best 3 out of 5, so Paulo's got to win 2 straight. All right, I think we're going to try to do a throw down to Rich Hagan on the floor, who's been watching the other matches on the back table. Hopefully we'll get Rich's mic hot in a minute, bring you an update. We're 2-1 Nakamura over DeRosa here, and we'll be bringing you coverage of those other matches as this one ends. But these guys are flying through it, and I'm not going to leave this table. All right, well let's go see if we can talk to Rick. Talk to Rich.
Hey, how you doing, Randy?
Pretty good. What's going on down there?
All right. Well, in the Gindy-Boney match, Gindy is now 2 to the good. Game 2, he got Colossus advantage, just like you said. Rope advantage. He is 2-0 up.
Okay.
Now, in Roos Mihara, as we know, went 1-0 up. Roos came out of the gates. He said that's what he needed to do after boarding. Get the game done. And it was Adept, Sig, Curse Catcher, Tideshaper Mystic. He just overran Mihara, so that was 1-1. Now, in Game 2, Belgian fans, you're not going to like this. Libert gets Colossus out with 8 mana. He has Magus. He's 1 turn away from equalizing. Chu comes out. Wrath of God. Here's a Revelark. Suspend a Gargadon. Seconds later, we're all done. It's 2-0 to Chu.
Yeah, I did not like the Spread Green matchup there.
Yeah, again.
All right, well, thanks, Rich. Keep an eye on those matches. Keep us up to date.
Will do.
Killing Revelark does nothing.
Right. So, Younghan Chu up 2-0 on Marin Barrett. He's 1 game away from advancing to the semifinals. Charles Gindy up 2-0 on Nico Boney. Now, the way the brackets work, those winners would play. So the winner of Barrett versus Chu plays the winner of Gindy Boney. So we could be, 2 games away from Gindy versus Chu in the semis. On the other side of the bracket, we've got Nakamura 1 game away from his own spot in the semis, where he would be taking on either Mihara or Roos. Could potentially have Nakamura versus Mihara, the countrymen battling it out. Nakamura actually scooped Mihara into the top 8.
I was just going to say, I was looking to see how many times he's played Lark, and the only time he came across it was Mihara, who he scooped in.
Right. Nakamura had already clinched the top 8, so he conceded to his fellow countrymen.
Yeah, I mean, really, the only loss Shuhei's... I mean, one of the things we haven't really talked about, he only lost 1 real match all weekend.
Yeah.
He lost to Jim Harold,
Okay.
a multiple-time top 8 player Grand Prix champion.
Playing a Merfolk deck.
Yeah. That's his only loss all weekend. He's got a scoop to Mihara, and he's got a draw with Marin.
Right.
That's it.
Yeah. Oh, Shu had a great tournament. He was on top of the Swiss. I mean, he didn't 8-0, but as soon as Guillaume, Wapatapa, and Stan Vandervelde, I think they both lost round 9, and then Shuhei was just on top all of day 2.
Right. And then Shuhei also took down Guillaume at some point, right? Let's take a look.
Oh, they're probably round 10.
Yeah, round 10.
So Guillaume... Yeah, interesting.
Right, it was not, Guillaume went 9-0, right?
Right, he had to play Vandervelden. Guillaume beat Vandervelden, where the wheels came completely off. Put up like a 1-7.
On day 2, everyone beat Vandervelden.
That's true. So Guillaume got the 9-0, and from 9-0 he went 2-4-1 down the home stretch.
By the way, we were a little harsh on the Quick and Toast deck, I think, in our wrap.
I agree with you. Boucher finished like 17th, right?
Small number of players playing the deck. Guillaume finishes 13th. Yes, he has a weak day 2. Manuel Boucher
still finishes 13th.
And Manuel Boucher finishes 17th. And the Royals, while they were sort of low on the standings page, had the same amount of points as Boucher.
Oh,
At least 1 really well.
So all 4 of them made money?
Yeah.
I knew 4 of the 5 made day 2, but how much money did they make? It was I knew Boucher and Guillaume were both... 2 decks in the top 17 is an awesome performance for any team of, 5-ish guys. And then to have the Ruels... Ali finished 27th.
So a top 32 finish for him.
And then I think Antoine is not on page 1 of the standings. Still might have made money, but...
Yeah, no, it doesn't look like he did. Antoine did not...
All right. Meanwhile, Paulo and Shuhei are off to the races.
Oh, there we go.
2 lands apiece, no spells.
You said races. This is...
No pun intended. These guys just play quick. It's nice. Turn 2 Vanquisher for Shuhei. Paulo reveals a fairy. Still no plays.
It's interesting how much more Paulo's deck just plays like a traditional control deck. I mean, obviously the fairy deck always plays like a control deck, but he seems to lose a lot of his fairy components after sideboarding. And he's got to squeeze in so many cards.
True. So Shuhei powers up a Mutavault and just heads over for 5.
Yeah.
He's not interested in playing into a counter or spell stutter. I mean, Mutavault means he can spell stutter for 2 here, right?
Yeah.
Shuhei doesn't want to walk into that. He knows the spell stutter's there.
I don't think he knows the spell stutter.
What was the reveal?
I believe the reveal was missed by a click.
Okay. Suspects that the spell stutter is there. So, okay. Paulo says...
Terror your Mutavault.
Ah, fine. I'll just Terror Mutavault. Mutavault rather than Vanquisher. That's interesting.
Oh,
Wanted to kill a land. I think, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, the Vanquisher's hitting a little bit harder right now, but the Mutavault is...
Well, the Mutavault's not going to die to those damnations.
Also true. Yeah, it's one of those where I'm sure Paulo's play is correct. It's subtle, it's not immediately obvious. I'm sure Paulo got it right. Vanquisher comes over for 3 more. DeRosa at 14. Gets to 5. It's
Smells like Razormaid Mastercore.
He has totally changed his deck. He's taken out all of the beatdown elements, really. His very deck is capable of racing if the matchup and the draw lend itself to that. And Paulo has gone really slow. He's gone to 40. He's gone to Damnations. He's gone to Razormaid Mastercores. He's really just morphed his deck into a much more straightforward control deck than what Fairy Stormberg plays.
I wonder if Rich can give us an idea of what's
in his sideboard.
Because there's a lot of cards that have come in.
Have we seen Bitter Blossom from Paulo after sideboarding?
I don't believe we have.
No, we saw one because he clicked himself for it and put it on the bottom.
Right. Oh, yes, yes.
All right, Mastercore takes down the red one Vanquisher. We've seen plenty on Shuhei's side of the table. This looks fine, though, for Paulo. I mean, he's turned his deck into much more control-ish. Okay, Rich has gotten a look at Shuhei's sideboard. The Thought Seizes are in the board. Oh, I'm sorry. At Paulo's sideboard, the Thought Seizes are in the board, and the Scion of Una are in the board.
So he's not relying on the traditional make a lot of guys, pump them up, attack you plan.
Right.
He realizes
like Bitter Blossom is an outpost, right? It's a control card.
He's got to sit back and answer all the questions that Shuhei is posing.
Yes. His deck is answers. That's exactly the right way to look at it. And you know what? Razormaid Mastercore is a pretty good answer. Also, kind of a question.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, I've dealt with your Ren Run Vanquisher, and now I still have a 5/5. Wow, this is good magic. Both of these players just know exactly what they're doing. Good decks, good matchup. Shuhei activates a Treetop Village, sends it into the red zone.
Paulo adjusts his life total.
So 11 to 14. Alright, Mastercore. Take out the fairy token, right? Clear a path to get in there for 5? Or is he starting to get to the point where he's got to worry about the crackbacks from Treetop Village? This is a tough race. Ooh, discards the Damnation. That's interesting.
Well, it's obvious that Shuhei is not going to play into the Damnation this game. He doesn't he hasn't had the hand disruption to back it up.
So Master